So I want to go over the new financial system based on some of these diagrams that this entity called XX underscore 1331 underscore 1221 put together. And some of this information has come from the AMG website. So here we're looking at a diagram of what they call the new financial system. And this is going out to some of the people that are not really following the Telegram channels and all of the other, I'll call them gurus. And then there are some that have, I would call them investments that are really waiting for this new financial system to come into play. And some of it would call it the global currency reset here, the quantum financial system, right? Even GASARA, right? NASARA for the United States, but GASARA for global. And this is a great diagram here because, then you have, the revaluation of world currencies going back to the gold standard. And when you talk about the revaluation of currencies, there's so much more that has to go in. And that's probably where I would have a little issue with some of the gurus when it comes to the revaluation is they're mainly looking at Iraq. And is Iraq a big, right here, dinar is the first, above the dong and the zim, but that's just a piece of this big puzzle that we're looking at here. So, you have, we need to go to the gold standard worldwide, right? And so obviously the BRICS are working on that. You have Basel III. Today is January 23rd, and all banks are supposed to be Basel III compliant today. You have your Bretton Woods, you have your ISO 20022. Here's another one, Protocol 19 and 20 down here, right? And all of these have to be put into place. And then you have your digital assets backed by gold. And they're talking about the XRP, XLM, XDC, IOTA, Algo. And then, of course, you have your Stellar network over here. And all of this comes together. Oh, and then even down here, you got your new stock market. What's the new stock market look like? And basically, could that be your ETFs and so forth? But all of this has to flow, and sometimes I'm not, following these charts makes me dizzy. But let's move on here. And like today, Basel III, bringing banks back to the gold standard. That's basically what I understand. When will you see things come around? I don't know. But here again, here's another chart or a diagram. And I compliments to this XX1133 underscore 1221 underscore 11. But, I always talk about, people are waiting for the rainbow notes to replace the current fiat. Right here it's showing you your current fiat. And I don't know if everybody remembers back, 10, 15 years ago and back, that all the Federal Reserve notes were this color right here, as in the dollar. And, the 5 was the 10, the 20, the 50. And now, if you look at it, those look like more rainbow colors than these. And they slipped these in right under our nose back, and I think it's around 2012 or 13, 10 years ago. And because this white hat operation has been going on for many, many, many years. But anyway, they're showing that this is the new, and it does say speculation, for purposes. I've seen this, and but if you follow this chart, it's pretty interesting. The U.S. Treasury, right, and then this currency would be assigned unique serial numbers. And it's giving you an example. And yet that serial number will correspond, right? Serial numbers correspond with serial numbers assigned to gold and metals, ensuring all fiat is 100% backed by metal and trackable. And then this digital currency, 100% metal backed, and asset-backed digital currency, right? So, and you can kind of see the flow, and this is kept in a vault and so forth, and you got space for it. Great. This is a great diagram here. And of course, your asset-backed digital currencies actually would have a QR code, and so that it's trackable, right? So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is asset-backed digital currency. That's the main purpose of this video. And one of the things with this asset-backed digital currency here, again, this is complements of XX_1331, is this XDC, okay? Because what everything looks like in this diagram into XDC, and you have this SBI and a lot of these China systems, and I'm not even aware of everything. I know IBM I want to say is going to be a big player in the new system. And then they even have, so here's your XDC digital contract, and Flare network here. But one of the things is right over here, EVM compatible, right? So, and then you can see the Ethereum, right? So that's what EVM stands for, is Ethereum Virtual Machine. And you can see right here, this diagram here, you have EVMs and smart contracts all connected into the XDC network, okay? And so the people who think this video is going to go to a couple of groups that follow the DeFi Oracle, Meta Mainnet, EVM, and that's basically what it is it's a Ethereum Virtual Machine network, right? And what happened is these EVMs are all put together to work in the new financial system. So one of the things I wanted to show to people is that here you can go to chainlist.org, helping users connect to EVM powered networks, right? I went to this DeFi Oracle Meta Mainnet, which is on the chain ID 138, and they deal in the currency or digital asset of Ether, right? Now, because that network is, I would say, AML, right? Which is the anti-money laundering, right? No KYC, know your customer, is all been verified, and it is a digital asset. And you can't take this digital asset. Right here, I connected one of my MetaMask wallets to the DeFi Oracle Meta mainnet, and as you notice, these buttons are not dark blue because you cannot exchange for fiat dollars. And right now, worldwide, there's only fiat dollars. And that's what we're waiting for. So some of these other EVMs, you go to the XDC that we saw, and you say, what is the XDC network? What is it really there to do? XDC plus trade finance. Oh, that's interesting. XDC has become recognized for its outstanding presence in the trade finance industry. The network is a trustless blockchain designed to deliver scalable, efficient, affordable, and accessible settlement rails for a variety of tokenized assets. So, you can connect on the MetaMask wallet your account to XDC. And here it is, XDC. And what do you see here? All the swap in the bridge is not highlighted. Now another one is the Flare network. Connect everything. Everything is going to go onto the direct ledgers, right, or blockchain. And Flare is the blockchain for data, providing developers with secure, decentralized access to high integrity data from other chains and the internet. Wow. And that's actually an EVM right here. I connected the Flare network to my MetaMask wallet, and guess what you see here? Not highlighted. So I was actually a couple weeks ago working on trying to learn more about this, and I came across what they call the EOS EVM. And I'm like, 3 times your app performance with the EOS EVM, offering unmatched compatibility and feature parity with traditional Solidity environments. Solidity is a company that actually writes code, I believe, for EVMs, right? So the EOS EVM gives Ethereum compatible apps access to the superior performance of EOS, enabling a multi-chain Web3 experience. EOS EVM. Right in their name, they got EVM. And guess what? You go to EOS and you can't. Everything is not highlighted here again, right? Because you cannot go into the fiat. So here's a kind of another diagram from XX_1133_1221. And notice how, it's a diagram. I apologize for how small it is, but you can kind of see how it has Bitcoin and Ethereum here, and it's going back and forth. And my understanding is that's why you have a lot of these different networks that you'll be able, that you're going to have to bridge through, especially going through Stellar, is what's going to make right here these EVMs. It's actually going to verify that the assets are real. So this whole thing, kind of going back to this new financial system, we're looking at digital assets that are backed by gold, things of value, right? So here is another little diagram that I always like to kind of look around. Not that I understand all of it, but notice you got flare over here, and it's going in through the stellar. That IBM I was telling you about. But you got your MasterCard and Visa, coming through, and of course that ISO I was talking about. And then, of course, you got your Bank of International Settlements and your World Economic Forum and the Swiss system all going to, and BlackRock, all have to go through Stellar, which is going to be the network that verifies all this. So just kind of wanted to put this together. Here's another little diagram, where they have the XRP, XLM, XDC, right? And Algo, right? And even Ethereum. Now this Ethereum, see, is not going through the XDC because here again, that is the Ethereum that was made from its inception that might have some validation issues, if you get my drift. So we're getting closer to this coming to an end, and our new financial system coming back or getting online. I know it's already running side by side, but we're just waiting for everything to happen.